G'day guys. The custom Android port for original non-clone R36Ss is pretty great. And since the R36H is just a horizontal panel 4 R36S, it should work perfectly, right? Well, not quite. Although it does run, since the function button is mapped to the home button in Android, and the R36H actually lacks a function button, it can be pretty hard quitting out of certain apps. Thankfully, it is possible to map another button on the R36H's gamepad to act as home in Android, thanks to a free open source tool called Keymapper. I have already done a fresh install of the latest version of the custom Android project for the R36S, but I haven't gone through the initial boot setup, so let's see if it's possible without the function button. I'll just insert the fresh SD card now, and we'll power it on. So we do have the boot logo, and it's resizing the SD card, so far so good. I opted to go with an EasyROMs partition, and not a full Android partition, just to make copying files over a little bit easier for this video. So it's starting to boot now. If yours powers off on this loading screen, it's most likely because your battery is too flat. On certain devices, this custom build of Android detects around 85% battery as actually flat. So just to rule out that issue, fully charge your device to 100%. And unfortunately, it did power off during boot. It looks like I may have to go back and charge up the R36H. Actually, before we go and charge up our device, I do just want to try resetting the battery. Some people have mentioned that that does help this issue. We'll try and boot it once more just to show it does still power off while booting. Any second now it should turn off. There we go. And it's off. So we'll flip it over, take the back off. I'll gently tap the battery out. There we go. And I'll very carefully unplug it. So now it's unplugged. I will reconnect it if I can. It's quite a stiff battery cable. There we go. And it's back in. Tuck it all back in nicely. And put the back on. And we'll power it on once more and see if that's fixed the issue. So we've got the boot logo, it's good. Here it is here trying to boot. So far so good. Yeah, that's fixed it. So it looks like resetting the battery does actually fix it for some reason. Very interesting. Shout out to the people that kept saying that. This is my first time trying it. So now it's finished booting, we'll go through the initial setup. Go start, so far so good. United States, yep. And next, we'll keep the time as default, doesn't matter too much. We'll skip Wi-Fi. Disable permissions for location. We won't improve. Skip the pin. Skip restore apps. And start. So far no issues. And yeah, we are in the custom launcher. Now by default in this new version of Android, you can enable the virtual mouse by holding the left and right joysticks in for a few seconds. There we go. And then you move the mouse cursor using the right joystick. As you can see, by default, it is very fast. Too fast. And you can click by pressing the right joystick in. So I think we'll start by changing the pointer speed. So we'll go down to settings, go all the way down to system, language and input, go all the way down the very bottom to advanced and pointer speed. And we'll turn it all the way down to around here, I think. Yeah, that's much better. Click OK. And that's that saved. So now onto the main issue. There's no function button. How can we go back home? B should be mapped to the back button, and it is. But not all apps will quit out by pressing the B button or back button. So I think what we'll do is we'll safely power off our R36H. Just hold down the power button for a few seconds and we'll go to power off, just using the mouse cursor. That should safely shut it down. We'll take the SD card out, move over to our Windows 11 PC, and then download and copy over the Key Remap utility. So we're over on our Windows 11 PC now, and we've just opened up Google Chrome and gone to the Keymapper GitHub page, which as always, I will link down in the description below. From here, we want to scroll down a little bit. Under assets, we just want to download the APK file. It is completely free and open source. Once it's finished downloading, we can close off Chrome and open up our downloads folder. Inside, we should have the single APK file. And from here, we'll just insert the SD card from our R36S. Again, I did opt to create the EasyROMs partition before doing the initial boot setup, so I can just copy it over to EasyROMs. But if you ended up expanding the Android partition to take up the rest of the free space, you will have to use a second SD card or a USB flash drive. So with our SD card inserted, we just want to copy the APK, and we'll put it inside the downloads folder on the EasyROMs partition. That's it. We'll safely eject our SD card and move back over to our R36H. Okay, we're back on our R36H now, and we have finished booting Android. We'll start by enabling the on-screen mouse cursor. So hold L3 and R3 in for a few seconds. Perfect. We want to open up the File Manager app. So it's called Files. We want to click on the 3 lines at the top left, and we want to scroll all the way down to the very bottom. You can just hold R3 in and flick the right joystick up like that. Go down to EasyROMs. If you did use a second SD card or a USB flash drive, it should also show up down here at the very bottom. So now we're in EasyROMs, we can use the D-pad to go to download, highlight the only app in there, press A, and continue, and install. It's finished installing, we'll open the app. Now don't press anything when it opens, you'll get this super user pop-up. Click OK. It does want super user access to use advanced features. Before we allow or deny, we do want to click this time only and select remember choice forever. If you leave it on this time only, this screen continues to pop up all the time. It is an absolute pain. As you can see, it did it just then. So this time only, down to remember choice, and we'll go allow and click OK. So this is the main screen of the Keymap utility. From here, we want to go down to new Keymap. We want to scroll down a little bit and we want to go to gamepad. Since we'll be using the gamepad, we want to select other simple buttons. And now we have to decide what key we want to map to the home button. There's really no ideal answer. You could map select or maybe L2 or R2. Once you've decided what button you want to map, we do have to enable the accessibility service. So click enable down here and enable. And now we want to press tap to record trigger. We just want to press our button. I'll go R2 and that's it. You can use a button combo instead. For example, L2 and R2 at the same time. If you did want to add a second button, you just scroll down and click add more or tap to record trigger and press your second button, so L2, and after a second or two of an activity, it should stop listening for key presses. And if we have a look at our button combo we've entered, we've got R2 and L2. We do have short press and press together enabled. So now you will need to press L2 and R2 at the exact same time to trigger our new action. Next, we want to go across to the Actions tab and add an action. There is a bunch of different things you can enable in here. We want to scroll down and we want to set it to go home. And that's it. We can click done and there's our new trigger. And we can test it. We'll press L2 and R2 at the same time. There we go. It really is that simple. Overall, while it does require a few extra steps to remap the home key on your R36H, once done, it works basically perfectly, just like it does on an R36S. You could also use this Keymapper utility on your R36S for other actions, and it might also come in handy for certain games. I was also really surprised that simply reseating the battery did fix the Android boot issue. While we didn't cover the entire process on how to install Android on your R36S or R36H, I have made detailed videos on that in the past, so I will link them down in the description below. But I think that'll do it for today. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. Otherwise, thanks for watching.